Every week I help you find fun places to go with friends and family here in Jax. I talk about local food, local craft beer, and local events. That's what I do. I know Jax. Eat local, drink local, and be local. This week we're going to be meeting David from Manifest Distilling, who's making an awesome cocktail with their award-winning gin. I'm also meeting up with a Gadget Guy who has a bunch of crazy critters for us today. I'd go as far as saying he's outdoing himself this time when it comes to fun kitchen gadgets. And as usual, I'm going to talk about craft beer events and also have a cool giveaway for you. But let's kick off everything with a nice cocktail. So I'm hanging out with David from Manifest Distillery, and today you're making a drink called Pim's Paradiso, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So you guys are the spirit of this drink. How do you like that?
Ooh.
Spirit of this drink is gin, and you guys do gin a little bit different, right?
Sure. So we make an organic gin, and gin is. I love gin. So when we set out to do this, gin is one of the products we could make quickly, right? Because there's no aging required. So I would call myself a self-proclaimed gin head.
Gin head.
Yes. We probably spent about 9 months working on this recipe, scaling up, doing all this stuff. And so we call this really kind of a New World style Southern gin.
I'm not a gin head.
Okay.
But I drink this stuff.
You're reformed.
I'm a reformed, because it always tasted like soap to me before. And I don't know why that is.
Pine trees too, right?
Yes, but more soap.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to explain it other than it tasted like soap. But your stuff is really good, and you guys have a barrel-aged version of this as well.
We do, and we get that a lot. People come down to the distillery. I don't like gin. We say just taste a little bit. Taste a little bit of it, and they try it. and They go, "Oh, that's really good." And so my theory is everybody ruined themselves on their grandma's beef eater or something in the closet, right? Well, and there's actually an old kind of epithet of what was it? The British called it "mother's ruin" for the gin craze that happened, And it really, and the stuff they were drinking was awful. Really, yeah. So we've come a long way.
Yeah, Pim's Paradiso. Talk to me.
So Pim's Paradiso, it's another cocktail. We came up with a presentation that we gave recently down in Orlando. Got to give credit to Matt Williams over at Volstead.
Matt,
go see Volstead.
Yep. Go see Matt.
Go see those
Maybe
guys.
he'll make one of these for you.
Maybe he will. He helped us come up with this. We had some kind of constraints on some parameters on what it had to be, and that's kind of how we came up with it. So
you get more creative when it's when you're restricted.
I kind of like working with a restriction.
I do too.
When people say, "Make me something," well, what? I don't know. Do you know how many possibilities there are? Yeah, I mean, come on, give me something. So we're going to start with a ½ ounce of lemon juice.
Cool.
Then we're going to do a 3/4 ounce of this Giffard banana liqueur. The original recipe had a muddled banana. I don't like muddling bananas.
No. This
is
better.
This is better.
No little banana bits in.
And it has that nice sweet element because it's a liqueur.
I like it.
And then we got 3/4 ounce of pineapple juice.
Pineapples, a little more sweet. Yeah.
A little more sweet, a little tropicality. And then we got our famous Pims.
The British Pims.
The British Pims.
And they put that in everything.
They do. They do. They think it's. We called it earlier. What did we call it? It's as the Italians to their Campari.
Campari,
right.
Or the French Pernod.
There you go.
Yep. Same sort of deal. Or the Greek Ouzo. They pour it in everything.
They do. Throw soda on it and they call it a cocktail.
You have to have your head back a little bit when you say it. My British friends are totally shaking their head.
They're hating us.
They're hating me. I don't mind.
And then last but certainly not least,
heavy pour.
Our gin.
I love how he does. Oh, he loves me.
Just a little extra
bonus.
Yeah,
I know, right? Yeah. I want to point out flamingos on the glass.
Oh yeah.
Totally in character with everything that needs to be done here when it's chilling time.
Think about this. Have you ever seen a flamingo that wasn't chill?
Heck no.
Right.
They're always chill. I've seen a spoonbill that looked nervous.
Oh, well,
that's a North Florida flamingo.
Yeah, I mean, look at the beak. It's got a whole thing going on.
What's happening here? I don't know. It's before the nose job was
right. The new state bird. Look at that. Beautiful. So we're going to do a little bit of soda water. just to give it a little fizziness. And then last but not least, for our garnish, we're
getting all fancy now.
We're getting fancy.
See if I can see. I want to see how you do this. Make sure you do it
properly.
Awesomely, because awesome is all we accept here.
Pressure's on. Can't break the garnish.
You can't chill when you're doing it like this, can you?
No.
No, that's totally.
So you got to be like
totally against the chill. Oh, look at you.
Lemon here, spiral. Sit him right there on top, and he's happy. The drink's happy. You're gonna be happy.
And now, I'm gonna be happy. Pim's Paradiso.
Pim's Paradiso.
Oh yeah, Pim's Paradiso. Check out Manifest Distilling, and hey, if you're gonna grill and chill, hang out with Know Jax at knowjax.com. RiverTown, First Coast's new hometown. Didn't that look delicious? Now, if you haven't been to the distillery yet, you need to go. You can taste their products and buy some to take home as well. And when you do visit, make sure to let them know that you saw their story right here on Know Jax. I have a tough job. I have to travel around Jacksonville to find great places to eat and drink. And I often have to taste food and drinks too. It's rough, but don't feel sorry for me. I volunteered for this position. Next, I'm going to meet up with Jeff Spear to talk about kitchen gadgets. So today we're at the Atlantic Beach Brewing Company hanging out with my buddy, Jeff Spear, the Gadget Guy, and I'm looking here and I'm giggling already.
Yeah, well, we've got some critters for the kitchen. So, you know, everybody they collect cows, they collect, horses, owls, whatever. People have
Frogs.
These animal fetishes. Yeah, So we bring animals into the kitchen.
I don't know if we want to call them fetishes or not. That might go to another.
They're animal enthusiasts.
There you go.
Okay, so we bring the animals into the kitchen.
Sure.
So there are lots of different ways that I've found. Okay, the first this is a set of 3. These are lid lifters. You don't need all 3 on a pot. So if you're boiling something and you want to let it, steam off, you just put one there. So you got a sheep, you got a pig.
I just leave the spoon in. Is that wrong of me?
It's not wrong, but this is another way. This is more fun.
Okay, of course, yes.
Because you got the animals in the kitchen.
I need a sheep.
Got a barnyard stuff. You start making sounds and carrying on, and
yes, and moving on.
Yeah. Okay. So those are made by Tavolo. Now at the same time, Tavolo also makes silicone tea infusers, also
cool.
with the farm animals. So these are nice.
And actually, I use one of those. Not the animal ones, but I have the tea infusers, is the silicone, and they actually work really well.
Yeah, and then this you just load at the bottom.
Gotcha.
But they're nice and they're cute and it's fun. And so if you want to,
well, they were nice enough to make it not gross.
Yeah, it's like dolls. And then we also have from Ototo. This is a citrus reamer. It's an octopus citrus reamer.
Ototo.
So Ototo. Okay. So Israeli company. But it's a fun way. Look, it works. It's a fun little citrus reamer instead of those stupid wooden things that are ordinary.
Yep.
Let's put some fun in the kitchen.
We don't like ordinary anything, do we?
So speaking of out of the ordinary, we've got the Loch Ness Monster. It has come all the way from Scotland to make an appearance with you and Know Jax.
I love it.
This is the family we got.
Love the Scottish.
Okay. So we've got the baby Nessie, the mama Nessie, and the papa Nessie.
So baby Nessie looks
it's an infuser, a tea infuser.
Okay.
Mama Nessie is a spoon, and Papa, the grand guy, he's
like
a strainer colander.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah, fun stuff. And so, imagine the play that you have in the kitchen with these things, and that's what it's really all about. It's just being silly.
And I cannot imagine us being silly ever.
Oh no, not you, not me.
So
speaking of
these
silly,
guys they caught my attention from the get-go.
I'm sure they did.
And you had beer on the table at the same time.
Yeah. So our friends at Atlantic Brewing has given us some beer. So these are bottle openers.
Gotcha.
These are made by Suck UK.
Of course they are.
Don't ask me about the brand name. I don't know. I might have to find out where that came from. But anyway, we have a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And so when you go to open the bottle,
there you go.
Yeah. And so you can resume now, guys.
Yes. We don't know what animal comes next out of this whole evolutionary chain.
Stay tuned to the next episode of The Gadget Guy. We'll find out.
So if you guys are interested in finding more details about any of the gadgets that we have on a Gadget Guy episode, you can go to knowjax.com/gadgetguy. Underneath the video, we have links to all of these products so you can go find out all the details.
That's
and
right.
if you want to ask questions or suggest things for us on Gadget Guy, just email Jeffrey.
Yeah, and I'll send the replies right away.
And we'll see you on the next Gadget Guy.
Bye-bye.
Here at Know Jax, we do our best to support local businesses in the community. Visit our website to find out how we can help promote your business on knowjax.com.
Call Joe directly at 904-345-0755 or visit iknowjax.com/advertising.
Hey, and welcome to What's Brewing in Jax. Every week I take a look at what's happening in the craft beer scene in the Jacksonville area. I'm at Really Good Beer Stop on 3rd Street in Jax Beach, and today I'm having a Mrs. Teal Seaweed Gosa from Tool. I grew up in North Georgia, and when it was fall, you knew it. The leaves would change color, the air would get cooler, and all that. But here in Florida, there's something else that tells me that we have entered the fall season. It's time for Oktoberfests. So let's pull up our Lederhosen and start in St. Augustine, where Bog Brewery is doing their first ever Bogtoberfest. The kickoff party takes place on Saturday, September 22nd. They're releasing 2 German beers, an Oktoberfest and a Berliner Weiss. They'll also have German-themed barbecue, commemorative steins, and much more. That's Bogtoberfest at the Bog Brewery in St. Augustine, September 22nd, starting at noon. Here at the beach, Atlantic Beach Brewing Company is hosting their second Oktoberfest. They'll have special beers, music, stein hoisting contests, costume contests, games, and more. Wicked Barley over in Bay Meadows is also having their big Oktoberfest on Saturday, September 22nd. They'll have music, German food, specials, and of course, beer. They have lots of games, grain sack tossing, stein hoisting, beer chugging, even sausage tossing. My information says that you are encouraged to dress in your Oktoberfest best. Dirndls and Lederhosens are encouraged. Wicked Barley's Oktoberfest takes place Saturday, September 22nd, starting at 11 a.m. This time of year, all of us like to pretend to be German, and I'm all for fun and games, and I love Oktoberfest beers. Heck, I'll go for stein hoisting, grain sack tossing, even go for sausage tossing, but I'm not a fan of playing dress up. I'm just not. Now mark my words, first it's Lederhosen and funny looking hats, and before you know it, all of us are going to be dressing up as turkeys. So let's move on to something different happening on September 22nd. Here at Really Good Beer Stop, you don't need to dress up, and there's no sausage tossing going on either. Instead, we're playing rock, paper, scissors, and this time there's a twist. You can only use your left hand. Why, you ask? I'll be more than happy to explain. This is how it works. You put $3 in the pot, $2 goes to the pot, and $1 goes to support Ashley, who's riding the MS ride with Left Hand Brewing. Ashley is also raffling off some bottles of beer, so buy your tickets and support a great cause. Rock, paper, scissors on September 22nd, starting at 5 p.m. That's it for this time. Now, if you want to try Mrs. Teal's Seaweed Gosa from Tool, hurry to Really Good Beer Stop. They have a great selection of craft beer in cans. They have 20 beers on tap that they rotate all the time, so there's always something new. See you here. Cheers. Jacksonville Beach's ultimate craft beer and growler store. Fall is one of my favorite times of year because it's a great season for craft beer. I love Oktoberfest beers, and fall usually brings more stout, another type of beer I love. But there's one problem with fall, and I call it pumpkin mania. I don't care for pumpkin beers, pumpkin cocktails, pumpkin lattes. I don't even like pumpkin pie. But guess what? There's a lot of other flavors of pie out there. A gazillion or so, I'm told. I just wanted to let you know that I'm now sending out the Insider every Tuesday. You'll get tips and ideas for cool things to do, plus you'll find out what I'm up to and where we're filming next, that kind of stuff. You can subscribe to the Insider on my website at iknowjax.com. Before the break, I talked about how I don't like anything pumpkin, not even pumpkin pie. But that's not a problem when you visit this place because they have a gazillion different kinds of pie. Pie Heaven is a little slice of paradise tucked away in a small blue house on Mayport Road. Anita is making me their best-selling pie, the chicken pot pie.
People like to eat healthy, you know, they don't want
Heck yeah,
chemicals
just
in their
like
food.
they want it just like Grandma made it.
That's right. Only, you know, God knows what she used.
Right.
No idea what the woman, yeah. Lard and all kinds of stuff. We're going to use some chicken that's been, it lived a nice happy life before it sacrificed itself. They didn't put any antibiotics in it. Yeah, I used to freak out. My mother said, yeah, your grandmother would go out and she'd cut the head off a chicken for breakfast.
Yeah, we rang our chicken necks. We didn't cut them off.
Yeah, that.
Just a little crank like you're starting a Model T, not a big deal. It's time for the heavenly spice mix. I smelled sage, rosemary, and pepper, I think.
We lace our crust and the chicken with this.
Okay,
so
cool.
this kind of is like layered.
So it kind of
throughout the
permeates
chicken
throughout
pie.
the whole thing. What was it that popped into your head that said, I want to make a pie shop?
I was really craving pie. Honestly.
That's where it started.
It's really the truth. I mean, you know, I was in commercial insurance for like 25 years.
Okay.
And I had been laid off for several times. This was a long
Right.
stint, like 2 years. So I'm thinking, it's time to open a business.
Right.
But because I had been in the corporate world for so long, I thought, you know, stockbroker or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. And then-
I didn't connect the dots with this food business here, you know. I just wanted to eat.
Yeah.
So I'm actually walking on the beach talking to God, going like, hey God, what kind of business can I start? And by the way, somebody needs to open a pie
and
shop
your
because I
stomach
really
grumbled
want
and you
pie.
said, hi.
Yeah, there was no place to go. Linda and I had been friends for a long time, and I said, Linda, I'm going to go look at some equipment. I'm opening a pie shop. Did you know that I've been working catering for 5 years?
Very
I
cool.
had no clue. She's pretty awesome in the kitchen. I really couldn't do this without her.
I've kind of
You
noticed
kinda
that
figured
about that.
out, right? She's like, you said you don't do kitchen work, though.
Well, this part I can do.
All right.
Hot sauce. I love my hot
Lord
sauce.
Jesus, help us. 4 splashes.
4 splashes. Now, let's see.
Yeah, I'll tell you when.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Whoa,
Is that
okay.
it?
I can smell the hot sauce.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh, yeah, this is definitely your pie. You're taking this bad boy home. All right, let's just see how this works out here.
Ready?
It's a little,
Little hot. I did it straight.
it's all right.
Got a little kick.
Little kick, but not.
That's mild. What are you talking about? Next, the roasted chicken breast is mixed in and it smells so good. Anita adds organic veggies to all that goodness. She prepares the crust. About 3 cups goes into each pie. This is a big pie with a lot of chicken. Last, she adds egg wash to the top, and now the pie is ready to be baked.
40 minutes
40 minutes? Exactly.
ish.
Ish.
I look at it. Every pie has its own little personality, depending on whether or not there's 5 pies in the oven or 1 pie.
That's got some.
This will be 40 minutes. Okay, now you just get in there and bake. We'll see you in a little while. So I'm going to set the timer because, you know, we get to talking, I might forget.
You might. I know.
I've done that, you know, and then you're out there ringing up somebody and they're like, I smell pie. Time's up. You ready?
I'm ready for some chicken pot pie.
Oh, you're so pretty.
Now, besides this, what are the other types of pies that you guys do? You said.
We do savories like quiche. There's a couple of
Right.
quiches right there ready to go out the door to somebody. We do
And
chili
shepherd's pie, I
we do
heard, right?
shepherd's pie, yeah. I use Australian, grass-fed, antibiotic-free beef. Isn't that a mouthful? And
I like that,
it's
though.
Good. It's good. It's quite yummy.
And then a lot of fruit pies, right?
Lots.
Like a gazillion,
yeah,
to
we
quote
have
Linda.
over 4 dozen kinds.
Or
of
was it 90 million? I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know. Was it $1 billion?
It was 90 million.
90 million.
90 million different
That's
types
what
of
she made
pies.
just today. Yeah.
Before I go, I wanted to let you know that I've started something new. I'm uploading the TV episode to my website already on Thursday for your viewing pleasure, so you can check it out there. That's it for this week's episode of I Know Jax. I'll be back next week with a new show, but before then, I'll see you on the internet.